Welcome to a new deep dive. Today, we're taking a really fascinating look into health and safety, specifically the health and safety management fundamentals from the NEBOSH certificate.
That's right.
Our mission really is to get past just listing topics and pull out the core ideas that help make workplaces genuinely safer, more proactive.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those maybe familiar with NEBOSH, we're looking deep into Unit IG1. What's a common misunderstanding about this first unit?
Yeah, that's a good starting point because what's really key about IG1, and maybe surprising to some, is that it's not really about the technical nuts and bolts of specific hazards. That's more IG2 territory.
Oh, okay.
IG1 is all about management. The thread running through all four parts, all four elements, is about setting up the systems, the principles for managing safety effectively, thinking about it strategically like any other core part of the business.
Not just rules.
Exactly, not just a compliance checklist.
Okay, so if it's all management, Element 1 starts us off with the reasons for managing health and safety.
Mm-hmm.
Legal stuff, managing contractors.
Yep.
Why start with a why? It seems a bit obvious, maybe.
Well, it might seem obvious, but it's crucial because this element forces you to see that poor safety isn't just, ethically wrong. It's a massive financial liability, a real drain.
The costs.
Yeah, and not just the obvious ones, like fines. It makes you look at the indirect costs, too. Damaged reputation, staff morale taking a hit, lost productivity, maybe higher staff turnover. It makes the why undeniable financially.
Okay.
Especially when you bring in contractors who add another layer of risk you need to manage proactively. It's about protecting the bottom line.
That definitely reframes it.
Yeah.
So, okay, we get the why. Then Element 2 gives us the blueprint for how to build safety into the organization's DNA, sort of to management policies. How does NEBOSH approach that?
This is where you start building the actual framework. It's about moving beyond just reacting when something goes wrong. It's about creating a robust, thought-out system. Policies aren't just paper collecting dust. They're the commitment, the plan, the structure that ensures safety is embedded. From the very top leadership down. It gives everyone clarity.
Right. Clear direction. Okay, now, Element 3. This feels like the real core for day-to-day practice. It covers a lot. Culture, risk assessment, safe systems of work, emergencies, first aid. How do all these bits connect? It seems like a lot to juggle.
It is a lot, but it connects beautifully. The key idea in Element 3 is that safety isn't just a set of rules. It's a living, breathing culture. How do you foster that?
Yeah.
It involves things like robust risk assessment that's absolutely fundamental, identifying hazards before they bite.
Proactive, not reactive.
Exactly. And it's not just identifying risks, but creating safe systems of work. Think of those as like detailed guides for doing tasks safely, especially complex ones, controlling the risk before work starts. It's about empowering people, making safety just part of how things are done.
Okay, building that proactive system. Which leads us nicely into Element 4, the checking part. Monitoring, investigating accidents, auditing. What's the main takeaway here? Is this just about checking boxes?
Definitely not just box checking. This is vital for actually getting better over time. I mean, how else do you know if your systems are really working?
Good point.
Element 4 talks about active monitoring, like plan checks, finding issues early, and reactive monitoring, which is about learning deeply from incidents after they happen, turning mistakes into prevention.
Right.
And then auditing provides that sort of independent look. Are your policies actually being followed? Are they effective? It helps you constantly refine things.
So bringing it all together, what does this mean for you, our listener, whether you're just starting out or wanting to go deeper?
Well, this structured NEBOSH approach really shows that effective safety isn't just knowing about hazards. It's about building, running, and constantly improving a whole management system. And the assessment, the open book exam, reflects that. It's less about pure memory, more about applying these management principles to, realistic situations.
Yeah.
The big takeaway: embed safety as a core value, not some extra thing you bolt on.
Absolutely. And maybe here's something to think about. If an organization truly shifts its view, seeing health and safety not as just a cost, but as a strategic investment in its people, its reputation, its efficiency, how might that fundamentally change how they make every business decision?